Chun Hao, Group Managing Director of High Pines, based in Kuala Lumpur. Hi, Chun Hao.
Hi, good day, everyone. I'm Chun Hao, based in Malaysia. I'm currently an accountant by profession with over 20 years of experience in audit, IT audit, and as well as commercial accounting. Previously, I worked in KPMG, Hewlett Packard, Shell, and one of the largest independent financial planning firm in Malaysia as head of finance and operations. So for all these 20 years, I have been involved as a consultant for GST implementation as well. And now currently I'm focusing in digital transformation service for SMEs in the whole of Asia, helping companies to transform their operations to turn them from manual to automation and offline to online. Thank you.
Thank you, Chun Hao. We are delighted to welcome you all to this panel discussion. I'm honored to be moderating today's insightful event. I'm Jean Tan, the Director of QCom Express Private Limited with over a decade of experience in the accounting field. As a certified QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor, I specialize in helping clients digitalize their processes while offering comprehensive services in accounting, corporate secretarial work, reporting, and tax. I look forward to guiding today's discussion and sharing valuable insights with all of you. I would like to open the floor for discussion with one of the most debated topics, ethical practices and AI. The questions that we are going to cover today is, what are the ethical considerations, potential challenges, and common roadblocks that accounting professions must address and overcome during the initial stages of implementing AI and automation solutions? And how can this be effectively managed? Can we start with you, Ms. Lily?
Sure, thanks, Jean. I think AI is not something uncommon to everyone. I think even the young kids, they are start talking about AI and data digitizations and transformations. The first thing first, I think the most important thing is about the PDPA issue. I think nowadays the data leak is very common. Therefore, I think this is also one of the key criteria that a lot of people are concerned about the data privacy and the security. Of course, the considerations like as an accountant ourselves have to ensuring the clients and organization data is handled securely and compliance with the privacy regulations. So basically back to that, right? As an accountant, we found that it's very challenging in terms of the safeguarding the sensitive financial data, especially their financial data like profit and loss and balance sheets figures and company important and confidential information. So all this financial data from the breach of misuse or unauthorized access during this AI processing and the storage. I think this is a common roadblock and the challenges that we have to handle. And other than that, I think bias and the fairness, like considerations that we have to see is like preventing the AI system from the amplifying the bias presence in the training data, because we need to train the data in order to, we need to keep on training the AI to obtain the correct. So sometimes it's tendency to have a bias day towards the certain parties, it will happen. All right. So of course, you know, back to this ethical use of AI tools and the common roadblocks that we have to avoid all these unethical purpose, such as manipulating the financial data. I think this is a huge challenge for us. And therefore, to me personally, I feel that trading staff is very challenging right now. And especially it's a different generation. You know, of course, you know, I would say that for the young adults, the new generations towards AI implementation to them is quite easy. It's just like a fingertip for them to learn. But of course, you know, I don't classify myself as a seniors, but I just take myself as a young seniors. Usually the young seniors for us and a group of accountants that we need to learn, you know. And right now what we're trying to say in Singapore, the government actively encourage us learn, unlearn, and relearn. So this is the stage whereby, you know, it's quite challenging for the company, whereby they really need to give a lot of trainings to the staff, especially mixture of the different generation gap. Therefore, to me, I felt that the high investment cost in the AI system plus the issue of training staff. I think that is the key challenges that we think we have to think about that. And especially when we are talking about PDPA, AI system, whether we'll replace our human, replace our accountants. Now it's like getting more discussions and more challenges among all the accountants. We will say that whether AI will replace us. Therefore, the human touch and the emotional part, I think company cannot. No, I think we have to take care of the employees' emotional feeling also. Whether am I going to replace by AI? Things like that. Yeah, that's for my part.
Thank you, Lily. So, Mr. Chen, what are your thoughts on this topic?
I think one of the most interesting storylines so far in regards to the ethical side of things is how OpenAI, or the owners of creators of ChatGPT, started out as a not-for-profit project, and they've already transitioned across to for a for-profit business, highlighting the immense financial benefit inferred in the product. And obviously the risks involved with who you trust with your information and how you trust with them. We as end users are so early in the adoption phase that we need to ensure that we don't jump the shark by placing all our eggs in one basket. And what I mean by those terms is it's still very early in the utilization of AI and early in understanding what our roles, how it's going to play out in the future. As with all technology, there's constant evolving and improvement, but not every piece of software reaches its potential. So that is to say, it's wise to test what's on the market, constantly reassess solution. The ethical considerations, as Lily mentioned, privacy, declaring to the clients how and what the information is stored and utilised. Whilst AI is definitely in the hype stage and in the beginning phases and we're learning more about it, it's guaranteed to be incorporated into our everyday life, everywhere, but especially in accounting for us as well. It's important that we contemplate how we're going to incorporate it into our firm, even at a basic level. The largest issue, similar to any software implementation, is being sold the dream about the potential of what it could do, but then being delivered lackluster results or lack thereof. So for me, it's all about testing and training. It's paramount to assessing the appropriate implementations for your business.
Thank you, Trent. And lastly, Mr. Junhao, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, one of the area of concern is on the job displacement. So how much AI is going to replace the work of accounting, auditors, and also tax specialists? The rejection towards AI and automation will be great when they are much more aware about this. So give you an example, just like back in 2014, when I started running seminars about QuickBooks Online, how to move accounting from on-premise or your laptop to a online accounting. Back then, many accountants and auditors rejected the idea of cloud accounting with automations. So for social responsibility concern, we need to look into providing upskilling and reskilling the tasks and as well as the skills that is available for each of these professions. Now, for example, once we adopted cloud accounting with integration to another cloud solution, how does the data move from one system to another? And this is something which require both accountant and auditor to look into it. So give birth to a new profession whereby the data accuracy and the completeness of data is a big concern right now, and it needs the specialists of accountants, auditors, and even the IT specialists to look into this area. There are also other compliance requirements such as e-invoice, which is very big right now in Malaysia, as well as Singapore is going to be mandatory soon. So these are some of the areas which make use of both accounting as well as IT specialists in order to help the SMEs to comply to the local regulations.
Thank you, Junhao. One critical aspect we touch upon is the immense financial benefit of AI products and also data security issues. I think in a globalized world, companies must address the ethical complexities of AI in accounting by creating adaptable ethical frameworks, ensuring transparency, and prioritizing data privacy to meet diverse regulation. Tackling bias through diverse data set and establishing accountability mechanism are essential for maintaining trust. Ongoing education and collaboration among stakeholders will further promote innovative and ethically sound practices, paving the way for deeper exploration of regional challenges and accounting landscape. Since all three of you are from different companies, I would like to understand one more thing. The ethical practices might vary across borders. For example, the data and privacy laws are also different in different countries. But we live in a globalized world. So how do you think companies should address the ethical complexity country-wise? Anyone?
I'll start off. It's such an interesting scenario because we are a global economy now, but
Yes.
everyone wants to ensure that their privacy is protected and that there's some frameworks involved to be able to ensure who has access to what data. And that's a global situation. How you can control those things, I think, is really trusting in the larger brands such as Intuit and all the ones that we're comfortable with. And we recognize that they're already in a global situation. So we can put our trust in organizations like that. But it's a really interesting situation because it is everywhere to an extent, isn't it?
I totally agree with Trans, what Trans has mentioned about that as well. And I think to me personally, the data protections and also how to mitigate and how to reduce the risk. Again, I do agree with Trans, whereby, you know, sometimes up to a certain extent, we have to rely on like AWS and the big, it's a globalizations. We have to trust their brand and we trust their cybersecurity there. So of course, you know, we have to believe that we have to perform our own data security and the trust issue. I mean, back to that, of course, the AI helps a lot of organizations and business, but of course there is a negative way. So therefore, I totally agree with what Trent has mentioned about that as well.
Well, for me, coming from the IT audit background, I used to be an IT auditor in KPMG. We used to audit all these data security and privacy of each of the software that you are making use of. So give you an example, QuickBooks Online, I'm sure there are all the certification available, like such as ISO 20001, as well as the SOC 1 and SOC 2 report, which are provided for the cybersecurity. So all these kind of technical requirements, we can always obtain it from the provider of the software to make sure that your data security is in place and well protected.
Yeah, totally agree on that, especially on the regular audit in the system and also set up the SOP and the workflow.
Thank you. Let's move on to our next question for discussion. How can firms ensure the ethical and responsible use of AI while mitigating the risks associated with data privacy, bias, and algorithmic transparency? Maybe we can have Lily, what are your thoughts on this?
Sure. So before I start this interesting topic, basically, I just want to share a little bit about the, because Trent just now has touched base a bit of the ChatGPT. So this thing is also basically, it mentions that the risk associated with the data privacy. So now, if you yourself have tried, I'm not sure, many of you have not tried because I asked quite a couple of customers, you just try to type in the ChatGPT, who are you? That means that your name and from which organization. For me, I try. And I try every month. And every month ChatGPT give me a different answer. All right. So now, why I say that? The data is not correct. And they mentions that, hey, yes, Lily Tan is a managing director from TNB Global. And TNB Global, the final search that I have made is a listed company subsidiaries. And I'm the director of the listed subsidiary of the listed co. So therefore, back to that, of course, you know, we have to check the right usefulness of the ChatGPT and the rest. So just now, Trent also mentions about keep on trying and testing. So that is the thing that we have to train the data algorithm. So to help the decision maker to avoid the negative outcomes while we are still remain at this competitive age of the AI, right? Each firm have to recognize the ethical and the responsibility associated with the data privacy, especially the bias like that. Just now I mentioned to you, actually the data was not right, but it was right for the past couple of months or past 1 year. I've been trying that every week and or every month. So therefore, I think that in each company and organization, first thing first, we need to establish a very clear ethical guideline, you know, very clear ethical guideline. Then how to make sure that we have to incorporate the human review on the AI decisions to mitigate the whole algorithmic bias. Because sometimes in certain things, we, like just now I mentioned, the AI ChatGPT mentions about that. But if the person that who do not know Lily Tan or the TNB Global Outsource, suddenly even TNB Global Outsource was took over or under the subsidiary company of the listed co or under stat board, right? In Malaysia, actually, in fact, I do not know how it relates to, but it becomes like a TNB from Malaysia that own my company. But this data was not found in any Google research and things like that. I do not know how AI or ChatGPT have mentioned that you know. Therefore, I think because of that, it's very interesting. So I myself felt that incorporate human review on the AI decision is very important. So we cannot 100% rely on the AI data. But however, we need to involve the third party from the various stakeholders for the discussion and input and train the AI like what Trent mentions that. So therefore, just now I think I also cover, we need to invest in the employees training, collaboration with the business expertise and the technology consultants. That is also very important. And basically, I also cover just now about the health and the well-being, because we have to identify type of the AI industry stress and the discomfort, like just now maybe Jin Hao has mentioned. We have to upskill the staff, you know, rather than doing the normal data entry or manual work. You know, we have to locate the staff jobs and monitoring the staff stress as well, because, you know, the job functions are slightly different. Yeah.
Thank you, Lily, for your insightful response on ensuring the ethical and responsible use of AI in accounting. Your emphasis on establishing clear ethical guidelines and prioritizing transparency resonates deeply, especially as we navigate the complexity of data privacy and bias. I think to build on this, it's essential to recognize that as AI technologies evolve, so too must our approaches to ethics in accounting. Companies should not only implement robust data protection measures, but also foster a culture of continuous education around AI ethics among their team. This commitment can empower professionals to leverage AI responsibly while maintaining public trust. If you could please shed some light on what would be the extent of algorithmic transparency and how companies could balance transparency and data privacy? Maybe Trent, do you have anything to share with regards to this?
When I think of things like this, especially at such a complex level, transparency is the safest position, because what you let your clients know you're utilizing, they can provide their guidances if they're not comfortable with it. I really don't mean to simplify it more than that, because as Chun Hao mentioned, there's so much involved with the cybersecurity measures and frameworks, guidelines, rules and regulations. That's well beyond me and my understanding of where it's going to land. So I think just being transparent with your customers, talking to them about the software and products and hardware that you're utilizing, and then if there's any discomfort from them, they can let you know, and then you can make adjustments accordingly.
Anything to add from the floor? Otherwise, we'll move on to the next question.
I think Trent has covered most of them, and Jin Hao also mentions that just now. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to the third question. How can AI and automation be leveraged to enhance strategic decision-making within the accounting function? Can we start with you, Mr. Chun Hao?
Sure. Well, AI, in my opinion, could be made use to provide some forecasting with different possible scenarios with inputs from the web. So, for example, economic data, labor force data, and other data which may impact the productions of the forecasted results. Now, with this, it is able to provide value to the user of AI and accounting. Of course, whether the data is relevant and suitable, the owners, as what mentioned by Lily, the owners, the human, will need to make a judgment. But then they could engage an accountant to advise accordingly based on the result of AI.
Miss Lily, what are your thoughts?
Well, back to these portions, maybe additionally, I want to highlight that, yes, I cannot say that AI totally will replace the humans, but it will replace the job mainly on the administration's work or the tedious data entry work. And basically, back to the streamlined routine accounting process, especially we are using heavily, like just now mentioned by Jin Hao, from the desktop versions to the online version, there are not many clients willing to change. First thing first, you have to training again, and they felt that, hey, whether my data put on the cloud, whether they're comfortable or not. So therefore, I'm one of them for many years back. I was one of them, but after since I have converted all my company data and the informations from a desktop or on-premise laptop for my own organization, I can feel that huge difference. And out of blue, my accountants and from the finance department, they told me that suddenly I feel that I'm very free. I say, oh, Is it because the business no good and you become certain? He said, no, because we have been using a different way of doing things, because now we are all on the move, on the crowd, and the job load cut down by 30%. Actually, in fact, you think 30%, that's a lot. And right now, because I'm a fan of QuickBooks, I always say QuickBooks is my first love. All right, since the desktop version, those Quicken Pro 6, I really start using until now. Our whole firms, we are adopting from those Quicken's day till the QuickBook Online switch QBO. So back to the streamline routine accounting process, right? I would say that automate or data entry. Myself, I always like to promote Snap Receipts. This is the best thing. Snap Receipts, they really helps a lot, because these tools can extract and process the data from the email that we forward, and also it take a picture and it able to upload to the system and automatically data entry into the QuickBooks system. And another one is reconciliations of the automations also, and the expense managements that I mentioned. Therefore, it's really save a lot of data entries.
And lastly, Mr. Chen, what do you think about this?
When I think about the future with AI and automation, I believe in the assisted intelligence, like the AI side of things, relationship between us as users and of the tech. I'm sure that's how Intuit came up with its name for their AI as well, with Intuit Assist. But I believe that there's a large level of basic work, similar to what Lily mentioned, that it's going to be greatly reduced. Look, it's not there yet, but it's not going to do everything, but it's going to do a lot. Transaction coding, reconciling, all the sort of simple tasks that don't necessarily require a great level of review or extraordinary conditions for AI to interpret and understand. With strategic decision-making, there's large scope to leverage AI, like Intuit Assist, to provide options and analysis that, even if not exactly correct, provides a starting point for us to utilize and reduce our preparation time. Because of this assistance, our ability to spend time adding value for our clients is going to increase. This looks more like more conversations, more insights, and better data reporting. So greater understanding and overlaying of different data types, similar to how Chun Hao mentioned as well. It allows us to understand things like highlighting the productive periods of our business when we overlay it with the better revenue generation combined with the timesheets or the calendar years throughout the year. So it could look like less overdue items, KPI measures, all of those things like new clients, increased fees, for example. We're going to get a better insight in understanding or gathering the information to help make strategic decisions around those. All of these insights are going to assist with the strategic decision-making for our firms.
Thank you. Your perspective highlights the transformative potential of AI in automating repetitive tasks, improving data accuracy, and providing actionable insights that empower accountants to focus on higher value strategic activities. The emphasis on AI abilities to analyze vast data set and uncover patterns is particularly noteworthy, as it allows firms to anticipate market trends and make informed decisions with greater precision. There has been a very persistent fear that AI will replace humans. And if AI is implemented even in strategic decision making, do you believe humans need to be wary of the same? Is there any threat to human professions from AI? Anything from the floor?
I think to me personally, I like to use my own quotes. And I always say that if you don't change now, the world will change you. So therefore, this is something that is unavoidable. It's something that is unavoidable. Therefore, I think we ourselves have to learn and prepare ourselves. What we have learned last time, it could be already outdated. So therefore, why I like what Chin Hao mentions just now, because he was handling in the audit, IT audit, and up to now, he still apply his knowledge and his skill into the new. He never said that, AI it was not there for the 10 or 20 years or for the past experience, but now he's still learning and upskills the staff and invest into the AI features. So therefore, I still think that if you don't change, and the world will change you. Yeah, this is some things that I felt. So nevertheless, a lot of people say that, hey, are you worried? Actually, a lot of clients raise up this question to me. Are you worried or not, Lily? Actually, nowadays, because those days, a lot of customer give us the bag of the documents, with piles of payment vouchers. I believe all accountants encounters that. So we have to start keying in the data into the system. But all this data has been replaced by so-called QuickBooks Snap receipts and also email scan copy that we send over to QuickBooks system, and they will auto doing the data expense management. A lot of people say that, are you feel that, you know, as an accountant, your job will be replaced? My answer is no. Because why? As an accountant or as an accountants by professions, our job in the first place, we are not here to help clients to key in data, but we are here to assist our clients. Actually is to give them insightful information, provide them the real-time financial statements. Actually, this is very crucial. Therefore, to me personally, I felt that, you know, we have to change our mindset in the future. Well, then some things that I learned about AI that make me very interested, because, you know, basically me and my team is also involved, and we also attend some of the AI course from here and there, from now and then. So basically, I myself also attending a lot of AI course, short-term course as well, to learn the AI. And at the end of the day, one interesting that I really learned about that is like, you know, when they start asking, very first sections are very beginner and a junior, you know, what actually you need to know when you learn AI. So we start thinking, hey, is it JavaScript, Python? No, keep on guessing. You know, I thought that only programmer can handle. Actually, the common language for AI is English. You and me, that we use every day. Therefore, this is my key takeaways for the first sections. Yeah.
Moving on, Mr.
Yeah,
Chin Hao,
I
future
wanted to
trends
add
in AI.
something. Sorry, Jin, can I add something to what Lily said?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
So if you look at, actually in my company, I hired a lot of accountants as well as IT programmers. Now, one thing that is lacking right now in the next foreseeable future for next 10 years is, if you look at how Lily speak right now, is very human-like. Currently, a lot of the workers in the new generation, the Gen Z, millennials, and now we have beta generation being born this year onwards, right? So a lot of things will be automated using AI. Now, the thing is, if we are surrounded by AI, there will come a day that we feel very demotivated, very bored with it. We need some kind of human nature, human language to speak, just like how Lily speaks to us right now. That's the human touch that we need. So no matter what, we still need human speaking to each other in a way that we are more comfortable, right? Rather than having robot to speak to us all the time. Yeah.
I think basically, I totally agree lah. That's why I call myself as a young seniors lor. The reason why I say that is like, if you notice that for the young generation or Gen Z, you know, actually they prefer to have WhatsApp or maybe just emailing, or maybe using the chat GPT, even replying email or your WhatsApp message. Even the WhatsApp message is not generated by the human touch, because too perfect, no grammar error and no error. So that's for what we can feel is that, you know, the technology actually replace, you know, I hope there is no one day, but one day, you know, it's like, you know, I hope that not the technology will replace our human brain. So what do you think about that trend?
I echo everyone's thoughts in how it looks. I do think that there is going to be an impact with jobs in general, but what that looks like, it's just so difficult to say, because as with the invention of computers, as they've come along, we've shifted from pen and paper across to computers. We've all still got plenty of jobs. There's arguably not enough people available for all the jobs. So as these things evolve and we learn more about it and how we adapt to the use of these, we're going to understand more. I think it's inevitable that in certain roles, and I do think in ours, in the accounting space, there is a large element that can be impacted, but I don't mean that the roof is caving in and that everything's terrible. It's just, how do we adapt and how do we take advantage of that opportunity within our businesses?
So let's move on to discuss about future trends in AI and automation, and how can firms prepare for this advancement. Mr. Chin Hao?
Yeah, actually, this topic, I'm very excited for it, because although I'm an accountant by profession, I have the blood of technology ever since I was born. I'm always amazed with new technology and how it can change the life of a human being as well as business. So on the day that Elon Musk has launched his rocket and put a reverse gear in his rocket to land it on Earth safely, I think a lot of things are possible. A lot of things that we can imagine is possible to be made it into reality. So some of the trends in AI and automation that could be possible is having the real-time accounting data being integrated with phone apps or smartwatch, whereby with a click of a button, it can produce the analysis and results which are required on the go. So give you an example. Let's say I want a top 10 selling products or service of the company with a gross profit margin of 20%. Please segregate them by region, let's say Southeast Asia, Europe, Australia, etc. And all this information can just be done with a press of a button on the smartwatch. So wherever I go as a company owner, a director, a CEO, all I have to do is I click on a button and I can see the performance of today's outlet's performance or product's performance. And I can make decision here and there. Oh, okay, this product is the best selling with the best profit margin. Let's do something about it and give a high advertisement and promotion in order to push for this product, right? So other analyses are, for example, are like which products have the highest revenue per marketing being spent, or sales per square feet in your retail outlets. All these are very useful. So firms, especially accountants, are generally not equipped with IT, hence must attend the AI training, as what Lily has mentioned, been doing for the last few months, to understand the impact and consequences. So another example that I'm actually working on with another IT partner right now is to develop an AI to read purchase orders and a website for ordering goods and services, and then later on automatically input this data into sales invoice inside QuickBooks Online. So currently this solution is ready, and once we have performed the integration in both solutions, then it will be ready to be provided to all the SMEs. Apart from that, there is also analysis on the purchase order and may include some other informations like delivery or service date. Now, with this solution ready, again, back to the ethics, this will display some of the role of accounting clerk or data entry clerk, whereby they receive a purchase order and then they start keying into sales invoice or sales order. So this group of people may be worried. Again, what can we do? We train them, reskill them, and upskill them into another role, maybe doing analysis, maybe performing some kind of helping the company to find collections, or any kind of work that will be providing a value-added service to the company. Right.
Can I add on, Jeans, because very exciting that Jin House has done that particular portions that really can replace the accounting clerks on that data entry and the data processing. So maybe I just add on a little bit, like we are working with one of the AI experts as well, and it already there, and this product is also already products. So back to these portions, right? We are using the AI system to retrieve the email. That means that the emails that you have lots of, like for example, some organization or, currently we are applying for the university. So back to the university, they have lots of email inquiries. A lot of email inquiries and ask what is the course fee, where is the commencement date. All these are the standard question. And some, especially when the commencement of the new course, they have no time to reply. The admin staff, sometimes they do not reply from the school or the institution or university. So our AI experts, my partners, they have already streamlined and they can read through the email and reply and get the data and auto reply. And this actually is a success case whereby it reduced drastically in terms of the work for the administrator to reply the email by one, and it can straight away reduce drastically. 95% of the job has been done.
Thank you for your insights on future trends in AI and automation on crucial for firms looking to adopt. Highlighting technologies like machine learning and robotic process automation showcases the potential of increased efficiency and better decision-making in accounting. To prepare for this advancement, firms should focus on continuous training for their teams and fostering a culture of innovation. By embracing AI and automation proactively, organizations can enhance their strategic capabilities and maintain a competitive edge in the accounting industry. With expertise in platforms like QuickBooks Online and Oracle NetSuite, how is HighPine leveraging AI to enhance the digital transformation journey for businesses? Can you share specific examples on how AI is being integrated into your solution to improve back office functions, ensure compliance with local regulation, or to streamline workflows for your clients? I think you mentioned something about the system whereby they can auto back order and things like that. Maybe is there anything else that you can share with regards to that?
Yes. Apart from that, there are a lot of requests from our customers saying that some of their customer wants to place order easily through a website, and then it goes straight to the accounting system in order to capture the sales order and auto create the sales invoice. These are some of the solutions that is made possible in order to automate instead of people moving from one place to another place or sending the hard copy document to request for the products or the service. Everything can be done online nowadays, right? So with all this potential capability of these technologies, we can also service or provide our products to someone from another country. So I'm now in Malaysia. I can always receive order from Singapore just by one click of button, or I can receive an order from Europe or from China, just like that. And then automatically it opens up the entire market for my company to the whole world, right? So now the potential is so vast and so big that we have to start thinking big. We don't want to spend time looking at a small localized market only, which is probably 100,000 or maximum 1 million users only. Now the world is your oyster. So with all this technology available, think of like Elon Musk, you have made things possible. Your market is big. So anything is possible so long as we spend time using AI to develop certain automation or reading or make your company visible in a certain way.
Thank you, Chin Hao. So moving on, I think after this webinar, there will be people who are keen to join onto this AI and automation trade. So for Mr. Trent, what are some of the key strategies for building a robust AI and automation infrastructure within a firm is important? Is there some key strategies that you can share with the attendees today?
Yes, definitely, Jean. Thank you. And in my mind, there's 3 key considerations to building your AI and automation infrastructure within your firm: who, what, and how. Now, these might sound really quite simple, they're high level, but they're really quite involved. And as they say, the devil is in the requirement of the detail. Who is best placed in the market to understand the best offering for your firm? Consult an expert, ask them for live examples to prove their capability. Not only will they provide you with solutions, they're going to ask you about who. Who is the decision maker or decision makers? Who will be in charge of the implementation, and who will be using the software? Who uncovers a lot of high-level understanding about the process that your firm is about to undertake? Who could even be one of your younger tech-savvy staff, as was mentioned earlier by Lily? What means, what piece of software, hardware are you going to incorporate? It might be one, could be multiple. Thinking through what you wish to achieve is important in assessing both who and what. As part of this, you're also considering what the outcomes are going to be for the firm, for the staff as users of the software, for the decision makers, and of course, for the clients. What involves the basis for the desired outcomes we wish to achieve from implementing this new technology? And finally, how? Timelines. When will you transition? When will you stop doing things the old way? Will you have yourself or your staff test and do the implementation, rolling things out? Are you going to engage external implementers? Will this happen at once, or is it going to be a staggered approach? In my experience, successfully implementing AI and automation, like any new tech, it's a staged and managed approach. It is precise, and it never happens as smoothly as we would like to anticipate it to go through, but that's okay. Determining your strategy and desired outcomes is mandatory. Contemplating and mapping the internal operations, such as training, setup and implementation, new workflows, all of these work hand in hand for delivering for your staff, your firm, and naturally your clients. Communication is critical. How are you going to bring your staff, your clients, and your business partners on this journey? We need to educate them. We need them to feel comfortable and to be engaged in the project. An idea that I've got is asking ChatGPT of how to assist with these. Here's a prompt just as a guide. Hey, ChatGPT, please create a Gantt chart for implementing a new software in an accounting firm of 5 staff. And then you can follow it up. Hey, ChatGPT, please write a speech explaining to our staff the need for implementing more AI and automation in our firm. Then please also draft a follow-up email to be distributed to the team. All of these tools are going to become more and more commonplace, like Google Alphabet's, their new Willow chip that was announced just recently, NVIDIA this week, talking about the future of AI agents and everything that's involved in that. The earlier that we adopt them in our firms, the better and more robust our businesses become. Yes, there will be changes and lots of work types could be reduced, but that's the opportunity. The opportunity to spend more time, to spend with our staff, spend with our clients, most importantly, family and friends.
Trent, your insights on building a robust AI and automation infrastructures are highly relevant. Emphasizing the need to access and prioritize AI requirements lay a solid groundwork for successful implementation. Bridging the skill gaps between true training and partnership is essential for empowering teams to effectively utilize these technologies. Moreover, focusing on performance, security, and scalability will help firms adapt to changing demands while safeguarding sensitive data. By investing in modern hardware and software that integrates well with existing systems, organizations can enhance operational efficiency and fully leverage the potential of AI and automation in their accounting functions. What an enlightening and thought-provoking session this has been. On behalf of everyone here, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our incredible panelists, Trent Jesper, Lily Tan, and Chun Hao, for sharing their invaluable insights and real-world experiences with us today. From the ethical considerations and challenges of implementing AI and automation to the transformative ways these technologies can enhance strategic decision-making, AI can be our aid all across. Our speakers address the common roadblocks many firms face during the initial stages of AI adoption and provide practical strategies of overcoming that. Your answers have provided us with deeper understanding of the opportunities and challenges presented by the AI and automation, and equip us with actionable strategies for navigating this evolving landscape. Thank you all for joining us. We hope these insightful sessions were valuable additions to your journey. This is just the beginning. As we continue to embrace the power of AI, I encourage you to continue exploring these topics. Visit our website and learn more about QuickBooks AI solutions. While you do that, you can also scan the QR code on the screen and claim your exclusive QuickBooks Online Accountant offer. Stay tuned to our social media channels for updates on the latest AI advancement and industry best practices. And lastly, scan the QR code on your screen to access valuable resources and case study. Let's embrace the future of accounting, powered by innovation and driven by ethical and responsible AI implementation. Thank you.